All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I'm Is There No One Else? And in today's video, we are going to talk about the Firesong DLC, what has happened in the last 24 hours, and yeah, my overall thoughts and all of those sorts of things. So let's dive into it. As you guys know, yesterday on PC, NA, and EU, the new Firesong DLC came out. If you guys have been paying attention to the PTS, and if you know that they decided to take it easy this patch. They've made a lot of drastic changes in the last couple of DLC drops and upset the community. You could frankly say they pissed off the community quite a bit during update 35. We were all there. I don't have to go through it anymore, but long story short, they didn't listen to the community. The community got upset about it because they didn't like the changes. ZOS went through with the changes anyways, and we have a much lower ESO population playing the game right now because people didn't like the changes and they don't want to play the game anymore. And who would have guessed, but people want to play games that are fun and they're not having fun playing ESO. So yeah, that happened and they received a lot of feedback for that and they decided to not do a whole lot this patch. And so you guys know that I cover the patch notes, and I didn't cover them quite so intensely this time because there wasn't anything to cover. There wasn't a whole lot. If you read them, you know this. And so it was shaping up to be a very, very quiet patch. Very quiet, nothing improved, nothing worse, just more of the same. You know, we're just going to coast down the river, just going to relax. It is what it is. And well, we have the bad parts, we have the good parts, and nothing's changing for another 3 months, right? Well, the Firesong DLC came out, and immediately people started crashing all over ESO. Some of it was add-ons, and some of it was not. Some of it was the new Galen area. People were loading into Galen, and then they were crashing, and it was resetting people back 15 minutes. And so if you were farming in an area and getting drops, and all of a sudden you crashed, you could lose those drops, which had to have been a little bit frustrating. I think they've fixed this. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, that's the first thing that happened is crashes. And like I said, some of it was add-on issues that I'm not sure if they've been fixed yet or not, but yeah, that's not really an ESO pertinent thing. The second thing that happened is certain ultimates and certain skills started stacking, and they started bugging out and going crazy. The first one is Standard of Might. Standard of Might gives you X% damage based off of when it's on the ground to all of your abilities, and it started stacking every time it was dropped to a staggering amount. And so they kept amplifying, and people were using it to do hard mode content and everything yesterday. And you see DPS getting in the 200, 300, 400k range. And to this I say, all the people in update 35, if only you would have known that you just would have had to wait a patch and just wait for ZOS to mess something up, you could have had the DPS you were looking for. That's all you had to do. But, you know, because nobody's really playing, they didn't know. And yeah, this has since been fixed. That was a joke, guys. It's just a joke. This has since been fixed. It's taken care of. The Standard of Might bug no longer works this way. So if you thought you were going to get some crazy test dummy style DPS, you are sorely mistaken. The next thing happened was in Cyrodiil. In Cyrodiil, what happens is when you siege a keep or you use siege, if you hop off the siege expires and it disappears. And this is important because you can only have so many siege up around a keep. And so in order to take a keep, you need to have empty siege spots. Well, the problem with it is a lot of ground-based things were bugging out. Like I said, Standard of Might bugged out for PvE. Obviously, it impacted PvP as well, but it also impacted Siege. And so yesterday during PvP, if you decided to brave Cyrodiil, nobody was able to siege any keeps because all the keeps had siege from the previous siegers and they couldn't get any more siege up to knock down the doors, and the previous siege would never expire, and you basically had to wait for the hammer to come to knock down doors. And so people decided to take this time to spend a lot of time dropping oils. The last time I saw this much oil in one space was when I was a teenager and I was looking in a mirror. But yeah, this is just a crazy, crazy amount of time spent. And you see all the oils here. And if we go to the next picture, lots of people doing this. And people set up ballistas and siege. And it had to have been pretty pretty beautiful in some ways, just having all these lights in these different areas and everything. But yeah, that broke. I think this is fixed. I can't remember. But yeah, after that, another ground-based thing was broken. This is from my buddy Cubican, and Dave, he posted something in my Discord about how Warden Healing's broken. And so budding seeds, if more people are in the circle and you heal them, you get more stacks of healing. So each extra person in the budding seeds area, when the final heal goes off, you get an extra heal for it. So another ground-based AoE, giving you more and more heals. It stacks up to 6, so you see these people getting 6 different burst heals all at the same time. Feel like this would be pretty problematic. I don't know if this has been fixed yet. And then we're moving on to the more problematic combat-based things. It got posted on the forums in a few different spots, but block casting no longer works properly. If you dodge roll, or if you're trying to tap block afterwards after some skills and abilities, it isn't working right, and you have to activate the skill again, which has never been how that's supposed to work. It would have created a huge... If it was supposed to work this way, it would have created a huge issue on the forums. You can see how this is problematic, especially in outnumbered PvP, especially in PvP in general. When you're dealing with a lot of incoming damage, if block isn't working correctly, you're going to take damage in spots you probably shouldn't. And so if you don't know about this bug, you're probably taking damage in spots that you're a little bit surprised about, and it is creating issues. And so if you're not crashing, and if you're not dealing with wardens stacking all these budding seeds heals, and if you're finally over the fact that all this siege is on the ground and it has finally disappeared and you could take keeps, you now have to deal with the fact that sometimes your block is not working. And I don't think this has been fixed yet. I haven't seen any update for it yet. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section, but that is what it is. And so I saw this on my Discord yesterday, and I decided to do a poll because I hadn't streamed in a while and I missed you guys. And I was like, you know what? I was going to stream the new ESO patch. I was excited for it because it's a new patch, but it's broken. And so what should I do? And so I provided a poll on my channel, and I said, should I play a different game or should I stream the new chapter? And you would think that on my channel, where I've been doing 5+ years of ESO content, where basically almost all of my audience is Elder Scrolls Online players, that when a new chapter comes out, regardless of the bugs and issues, people would want to see the new chapters, because that's what happens in most normal games. In most normal games, when a new chapter comes out, people are excited for the new chapter. What the problem is ESO in a nutshell over the last few years, and especially this last year, new patches have brought more dread than excitement. And today is another example. Yesterday is another example of this, in my opinion, where immediately on drop of the new chapter, everything's broken. PvP combat's broken. You can't siege keeps. PvE is broken. People were cheesing leaderboards. Obviously, those have since been reset, or they will be reset. And all these sorts of things happen with a new chapter. And on top of this, they have the whole track record of introducing game-breaking gear and terrible balance changes and stuff that people don't fucking want. And so you have all these things, and this poll was just surprising to me. It really was, that on the release of a new chapter, people would rather see a stream of a new game than they would see the new chapter warts and all. That one really caught me by surprise. But I don't know why I should be surprised by that at this point. We've all been here. We're all playing this game or keeping updates on this game, hoping it gets better, and it's not there yet. And so what this means for me, until the block changes get fixed, until all these other things get adjusted and the game is working properly, I will not be on ESO. I will be playing other games. I will be doing content on other things. If the need for content arises, I will be streaming other stuff. And so last night on stream, I took a list of people's opinions or preferences on video games, and I'm going to do that here. I'm going to end this video by asking you guys, what should I try out? I've been kind of in a cave for the last 5 years, playing ESO and not really playing much of anything else, and I haven't experienced a bunch of other games because I've been so hooked to this one, and I'm out of the loop. And so I'd like to get your guys' feedback on what games are good and fun. It could be whatever. And if it gets a lot of feedback, I will do some research on it and, branch out and play new games, since, you know, this game doesn't want people to play it apparently. So yeah, that is what it is. That's the end of this video. If you have any questions or comments, please provide in the section below. If you have anything else about this patch so far that you want to get off your chest, if there's something that I missed, please provide in the section below. Love talking to you guys about these things. But yeah, that's the end of this video for me. Thank you guys. Have a good one.